This is May 2nd, 2025 portfolio update for Texas Investments Worldwide. We are currently at 5.37% for the year. Last year we were only at 2.92, one of our worst, I think, or at least second to the worst. So we are on track to meet or beat our 2022. Be really nice to see 7, 8%, but I'm happy with where we are. Let's take a quick look now at our portfolio. We are currently okay, still in IPG, which is a advertisement company. We've been selling options to purchase 100 more shares of this one. They're currently being bought out by Omnicom, and when they do sell, the stock will be sold at a premium to where it is now, no matter what. So definitely want to get some more shares to capture as much of that premium as possible. Whether or not we get back to that $33, I don't know. The sale is supposed to happen with 0.344 shares of Omnicom for every one share of IPG. And because of that, even the options have been really weird because people are not wanting to purchase those options when they don't know when the sale is going to happen. When it does happen, though, we will have the option to either take cash or take shares of Omnicom. Honestly, have not decided which direction we'll want to go, but we may just end up taking the cash at a loss and then going into something else. All right, Rogers Communications, same thing. We currently have we've been selling options to purchase 100 more shares of this thing. The options that we have on IPG and Rogers expire on May 16th, and then we'll just do the same thing, sell some more to collect that money. Currently, we are down 27% on Rogers, and so far, not a lot has changed. They are in the process of selling a piece of their business, and then they did purchase more television rights, which honestly I'm not happy about, but that's just kind of where we are right now with Rogers. Other than that, kind of same old, same old. All right, Williams Brothers. So we currently have 60 shares. We do have standing order to purchase 40 more to give us a full position at 100 shares. Right now, we are up 5%, so we have a long ways to go before we can recognize that. We may end up selling out of this thing after we reshuffle everything at the end of our fiscal year and buy something else, or we may just hold on to it. All right, Coca-Cola. This is a fairly long time holding for us. I don't remember how many years, but been a number of years that we've held Coca-Cola. We sold out of our previous position, and then we created a new position, 25 shares at $72. And then what will happen is, as this share price drops 10%, we'll purchase 25 more shares. And then if it drops another 10%, we will then do a financial analysis to determine if we ought to buy 25 more shares and so forth. So right now, we're currently down about 2% on this one. So we have a ways to go, but so far so good, just collecting dividends in the meantime. All right, EXC, Exelon, our utility company. Same thing. Maybe we've been holding this one for a year or two. Sold out of our previous position. Initiated a new position, 25 shares at $46. Currently, we are down about 4%. Once we reach this 10% number, then we will purchase 25 more shares of this thing. Mosaic, this is a new holding for us. This is in the basic materials sector. So we started 25 shares at 22.59. Currently, we are up almost 6% on this one. And so we have a long way to go before we can buy any more shares, and may look at even buying more, even though we're up 6%. All right, Fastenal, again, long time holding for us. Sold all of our previous position a while back, and so we've instituted a new position after selling so many options, trying to get back into this thing and not being able to do so. So I just went ahead and just initiated a new position at 25 shares. because really I wanted to kind of get rid of some cash. And we'll talk about that here in a second. So we're currently down 2%. Once we get down 10%, we will purchase 25 more shares of that. All right, Regions Financial. This is our largest holding and one of our longest holdings. We had an opportunity to sell out of this thing maybe about 5, 6 months ago and missed that opportunity. And so currently we are down roughly 5%. We'll continue to hold this thing, collect those dividends. So far, nothing has changed at all about the company. They just reported earnings maybe about a month ago. Went through the earnings report, and everything was everything. There was nothing really to report. I've been watching this company now for about what 5, 6 years, something like that. And the stock price typically goes between $18 up to $26. Right now, I think it's sitting at I think 21, $22. So again, just kind of hanging out on this thing. Once it gets up closer to that $25 number, I'll start selling options to sell out of this thing. But this time around, I'm not going to miss that exit. All right, Cisco. We currently have a full position at 50 shares, but honestly, I will like to purchase more shares. We're currently up about 17%. And so what will happen with this one is at the end of our fiscal year in June, we'll reshuffle our entire basket of stocks. If in fact we find that there's a better option for us to go into as far as the technology sector, then we'll sell Cisco at a gain, and then we'll purchase a new position in the new company. And to be honest with you, I may do that no matter what to pad the numbers at the end of the year. Something that I don't like doing, but for this one, it may make sense. So we'll see. We'll see. But like I said, currently we're up 17%. So it's about time we do something. And we don't have 100 shares, so we can't sell any options to sell shares. So for this one, it's either sell or do nothing. All right, Medical Properties Trust. This is a long time holding, our second largest, and not only that, but it's our biggest loser and probably most infamous company that I cover and that we own. Still definitely a turnaround story. They just reported earnings just a couple of days ago. We're currently down about 40% on this one. But nothing has really changed fundamentally. I haven't gone through the numbers yet. It usually takes about a week or so for them to report those to the SEC. But really looking forward to diving into those and just seeing what is what. As far as I can tell, they have reduced their impairment number, which has been sort of the biggest story for me. But it has not reduced very far. So getting better, but still not great. All right, Bristol Myers. This is a new position for us. We just purchased 25 more shares this past month to bring it to a full position of 50, slightly over allocated actually by a couple shares. But either way, we're currently up about 15% on this name. And so same thing here. We may sell out of this at the end of our fiscal year in June. And then initiate a new position in something else. We may just hold on to it. We'll see. But that's kind of where we are. All right. The other thing I want to talk about real quick is our cash position. This has been something that has been sort of high on my mind, probably I'd say all this year for sure. Just because last year we had such an abysmal return of 3%. And I knew the reason why is because we didn't have all of our cash invested, right? So we've gotten better, but we're still sitting at almost 40% cash, which is not a horrible thing. I mean, it's nice to have cash on hand, but the thing is that cash is getting very little interest. And so we make a lot more money when that cash is invested. When I think back to when we first started back in 2015, I mean, we were like 80, 90% cash. And even though it was sometimes nerve-wracking because there were times where it's like, okay, we need cash, right? And so I was struggling trying to take personal money and throw it into the investment club just so we'll have cash to do what we need. I haven't had that issue in a long time because the partnership runs itself, right? It has its own cash and it do its own thing, but we need to get this cash invested in order to make more money. Let's take a look at our performance. This is this past month here in April, 1400, which is really nice to see. And just to show you, so overall, for the last 10 years, we're sitting at 7.28%, which is a bit down from the 7.4, 7.5 that I've seen here before. 562 for this past 12-month period, and then 6.25 over the last 3 years. The one cool thing, though, that I like to see is the difference between percentage return and cash return. A lot of times when you look at brokerage statements, and they will give you your percentage return, but when you are investing for income, what's really important is that cash return. And so even though my percentage return has decreased over the years, as you can see, on average, for the full 10 years we've been doing this, the income is only 288.69. And that's because when we first started at the beginning, our monthly income was maybe $50, right? And so over the years, that number has increased. You can even see here on average, the last 3 years is 473 a month. But this past 12-month period, we're clicking up to almost $500 a month. So that's really cool. I like to see that. And so not only do I want to see a larger percentage return every year, just as a competition, right? It's really nice to see this cash number increase as well. So gonna keep working on that. The other thing that I've talked about quite a bit is our standard deviation or our volatility, right? So volatility is just how much up and down our portfolio goes, right? Now, you don't want a lot of volatility. You don't want crazy volatility because that means that some months you'll be making, $2,000, other months you'll be losing $2,000. So we don't want crazy volatility, but we want enough volatility that we perform better than average. Okay. And so, as you can see, over the 10 years we've been doing this, on average, our volatility has been 2%, right, per month. So it means some months it'll be up 2%, some months it'll be down 2%, right? As we've gotten better at this, as the portfolio has grown, that volatility number has decreased dramatically. But like I said, when I saw that number last year, that 3% return, it really was a kick in the butt to try and increase this volatility. So done pretty good. I think the previous numbers were something like zero point 0.3, got it up to zero point 0.4, almost zero point 0.5. So gonna keep working on that because, like I said, we do definitely want to see larger increases, but we don't want to do that and sacrifice having a larger loss. Just to show you what that looks like visually. So this number here, so this is a large return. See, this is 12% in 1 month. This is March 2017, right? And then you see this large loss. This is a loss of 9% in January 2019, okay? So that's volatility, right? That's a huge difference, right? And then you see out here, we have some gains. This one was February 2018, the 5% gain in 1 month. And then you see just this line here, which is basically an average, right? This is kind of how the portfolio performs on average on a month-to-month basis. And then out here we see May 2025. It's a nice little blip, you know. So that's good to see something that comes away from that line. We want to see that. And you can see back here we had the same thing. This was February 2023. But so anyway, again, just on the line is good. You don't want to lose any money. But when you don't risk, you don't make a lot either, right? And so we want to increase our risk, but at the same time, we don't want to lose a whole lot either. So again, nice to see this nice little blip here. We'll try to do that again this month with maybe selling out of that Bristol Myers Cisco. Um, and I think that'll help us out quite a bit. All right, that's it from me to you. I'll holler.